Hey YouTube, I'm here with another knife review. This is going to be another extreme budget review. I keep getting many requests for more budget reviews, so here you go. This knife, it cost me like literally around $4. Alright, I'll include the link to where I got it, but you can get similar knives like all over the place. I know Amazon has several. I'm not sure if they're exactly the same as this one. Okay, it might not have Survivor printed on it. It might use a different color of cord wrapped on the handle. But I know Amazon has like $5 and $6 knives that are almost exactly like this. Some are Tanto, some are drop point. But the point is, if you're looking for a small fixed blade, alright, a small kind of outdoor survival fixed blade, this is pretty much the cheapest thing you could find. Alright, now first of all, before we go any further, this comes with this sheath, and it also comes, alright, with this fire starter. Alright, now some people have pointed out that for the cost of this knife, you know, it's worth it buying it even if you just wanted to buy the fire starter and not even use the knife. I believe I saw a Gavco video where I believe that was his idea first, so I want to give credit. Alright, so, you know, being that that's the case, let's test this fire starter out to see if this little spark generator will actually function. Alright, YouTube, we are live from my stone floor. It's a fire steel. Let's see if this makes some sparks. Makes quite a few sparks. Alright YouTube, and you saw that. It did work. It worked well. You saw I used those ridges on the spine of the knife. I used those as the striking surface on the fire starter. And obviously the idea is in the wilderness you would get some sort of tinder and you would spark it onto the tinder and start your fire. Now this fire starter, hold on, alright, you see how the black coating is worn away? In order to make the sparks, you have to wear away that black coating and then spark it against the exposed metal right there. Alright, and it'll make sparks no problem. So as far as I'm concerned, this was totally worth it, you know, just for this fire starter. Alright, let me just give you a real quick view of the sheath. That is the sheath. You know, it has a belt loop there, and a horizontal cross strap with Velcro. Alright, so just a super cheap sheath. That's the little pocket for the fire starter. Alright, now let me give you a size comparison of this knife. Alright, here's a much more expensive knife of you know, with the same type of mission. My Izula 2. Alright, very nice knife. Alright, and these are of comparable size. Alright. The cheaper knife it's slightly wider, slightly longer, but overall they're around the same size. And the cheaper knife is obviously an extreme budget version of really good knives like the Izula 2. Alright, now just a quick note on this knife. This is a very good knife. Obviously, if you can afford to go, you know, to go higher, pick yourself up one of these or a Becker Necker. Alright, but for those that are super budget conscious, just give you a closer look at the Survivor knife. Alright, now as you can see, it is one piece construction. It is full tang. It does come wrapped with that cord. It has a deep finger groove there, and the jimping on the back that doubles as a striking surface. Alright, it is stainless steel. You know, it's a 400 series stainless. You know, basically very cheap, and you see it has a black coating that you know, will probably wear away. But the blade itself, you know, it's an extra wide drop point, and the grind it's a partial hollow grind. All right, let me back this up a bit. Right now, does it cut? I'm going to be honest with you. When this knife arrived, it did not have a functional edge. What I mean by that, I don't mean it was dull. The edge, alright, the edge was flat. Like you could literally put your finger on it, saw back and forth, and it would not cut you, okay? I pretty much got a defective one, or one, you know, I just don't think they have any quality control. So maybe they're all like that. But when it arrived, it had no edge. Alright, since then I have put a working edge on it. Show you that edge up close. Alright, as you can see, it now does have an edge. Okay, it's not flat anymore. Alright, and does it cut? I have here some ParaCord. Alright, so, you know, does it cut now? Yeah, it cuts now. You know, is it razor sharp? It's not razor sharp. You know, I only spent like 2 minutes to, you know, to put the edge on. Could you get it razor sharp? Yeah, you could get it razor sharp. You know, how much time do you want to spend on it? That's the only question. But yeah, it'll cut, but it does not arrive sharp. You have to make it sharp. Alright, YouTube, and if you're wondering the exact blade length, it is just under 3 inches, which is a nice size for a small survival fixed blade. Alright, and I'm not going to make this a super long review because, you know, you can see what it is. Alright, I feel it was well worth the $4 just for the fire starter alone, and you get that cordage too. The knife itself, it's functional, you know, it didn't come sharp, but you could sharpen it up. And, you know, the bottom line, there are some people that will say, you know, when it comes to your survival, you should never skimp on your equipment. And, you know, I kind of agree with that. But at the same time, people will say, you know, your skills are a lot more important than your equipment. And a person with well-developed outdoor skills is going to be able to do a lot more, even with cheap equipment, than a novice would be able to do with the most expensive, alright? So, you know, I kind of think the truth is like in between those views. And I also think that most people, even if you do bushcrafting and stuff, you're not necessarily going to have to like literally use your knife or die, alright? So for the casual bushcrafter on a budget, or just a casual small little camp knife, I think it's excellent. I think it's fine. And I have no doubt that if you would like to spend a little bit longer than 2 minutes on sharpening it, you know, if you got the skills, you can make it razor sharp. Alright, so I hope you found this useful. Stay tuned for many more reviews. I am out of here, dudes.